What's up, y'all? Welcome to Dropout Klub, a channel for spiritual growth, self-improvement, and artistic expression. My name is Damian Styles, and today I'm going to be talking about the age-old question, what is the meaning of life? Why are we here? We're going to be exploring how different cultures attempted to answer this question and what we can take from it all. But before we get into that, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button.
Don't worry, it's okay, my friend. We all get down sometimes, and it's okay to not be okay. You'll find your own way. Who cares what they say?
All right, let's dive into it. Modern science tells us that existence for humans, like all other living things, is merely survival and passing down our genetic material to future generations. But many people, including myself, argue that there's more to it than that. The Buddha taught that life itself is suffering, and in order to stop suffering, one has to release themselves from the cycle that continues to make them suffer, aka desire. They say that the root of all suffering is desire, because when humans get things that we once desired, we aren't satisfied for long. That isn't enough. We always crave bigger and better. We always crave more and more, and that creates this cycle of never being content and always suffering, always striving, and always suffering. So in order to stop suffering, according to the Buddhist philosophy, we must stop desiring. Now you may ask, if I don't desire anything anymore, what is the point of living? At this point, the entire reason for existing is to cleanse and purify ourselves in order to achieve enlightenment and help others to achieve it as well, which we can't do unless we grow into a selfless and understanding being ourselves, which in turn is the meaning of life. If you've never experienced pain, you can't truly have sympathy and be compassionate. If you've never experienced suffering, then you can't truly experience peace. And if you haven't healed from all of your own pain and suffering, there's no way that you can help other people heal from theirs. From a Christian standpoint, when you examine the vastness of the universe and the wonders of nature and the complexity of all living things, one must come to the conclusion that there is an intelligent creator, right? And once you accept this, life could no longer be meaningless, because why would an intelligent designer create all of this if there wasn't a meaning? Christianity supports this idea that human desire will never lead to fulfillment in life. King Solomon was described in the Bible as the wisest and the wealthiest man of his time. And yet, despite all of his power and all of his pleasure, he still felt a void on the inside. In Ecclesiastes 3:12 through 13, Solomon states, "I know there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live, that each of them may eat and drink and find satisfaction in their toil. This is the gift of God." So this is from a Christian standpoint, and it's going hand in hand with the Buddhist philosophy. They are both saying that the point of life is to find peace within yourself. That way you naturally do good while you're alive, and you can help other people reach their full potential as well. The best example of someone who lived by this philosophy of doing good at all costs was Jesus himself. His mission was to seek out and save the sinners. He lived selflessly and to serve others. So how do we do this? Well, in order for us to truly serve others in a significant way, we must do it in a way that we enjoy. If you're serving others in a way that makes you miserable, though you may be assisting them, you're doing a disservice to yourself. And if you're serving in a way that strokes your own ego, well, you're not really serving at all. The Japanese philosophy of Ikigai demonstrates the best way to find how you specifically are meant to serve. This philosophy has 4 dimensions to it. It must be something you're good at, something you love, something that benefits the world, and something that makes you money. When you achieve all 4 of these things, you will have found your flow and your specific purpose in this life. If you have found something that you're good at and that you love, this is called a passion. But it's not necessarily Ikigai, because maybe it doesn't benefit the world, or maybe it doesn't make you any money. If you find something that you love and that the world needs, then you have a mission. But this isn't necessarily Ikigai, because you may not be good at it. And again, it may not be making you money. If you find something that the world needs and that you get paid for, you have a vocation. But this isn't Ikigai because you may not love it and you may not necessarily be good at it. And if you find something that you're good at and that you get paid for, you have a profession. But this isn't Ikigai because the world may not need it and you may not love it. When you find something that encompasses all four of these things, a passion, a mission, a vocation, and a profession, you have found Ikigai. You will have found your unique way to serve, and you'll do so in an effortless state of flow. The Taoists refer to this as Wu Wei, or effortless action. Philosopher Alan Watts suggests that this flow state is the entire point of life itself. He states that existence itself is playful, and compares it to music, how we play the piano, we don't work the piano. And he mentions how music differs from travel, because when we travel, we have a destination. The whole point of the travel, the whole point of the journey is to get to the destination. Whereas in a composition, the point of the composition is the composition. We're not just rushing to get to the end, we're listening while it's there. The whole point of the composition is the composition, aka the whole point of life is to live. They say to live in the past is to be depressed. To live in the future is to be anxious. And to live in the present is to be at peace. And to be at peace is the only way that we can help others achieve the same thing. So to summarize all that we've learned, I believe that the point of life is to heal and to become compassionate beings so that we may help others to reach this healed state as well, and to be present throughout this entire process. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And remember, never stop seeking. We are the kids they can't control. Welcome to Dropout Club.